Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy For Now. It's me Isabel here reading my February arcs. Listen, I'm behind, it's fine. I was not in the mood for these books when I initially started them. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Well, two of them struck the mood. One of them I was like, ugh. So it took me a smidge longer than planned to get through these, but that's okay. We're here, we're doing it. I potentially am going to tack on a little try chapter. I have specifically 3 2026 February arcs, which I think is not terrible, and this vlog kind of just knocks them out, and I only have 2 for March, so that feels good. That feels really good. Later in the year's another story right now, but it's fine. We're gonna fix it. It's okay. But yeah, because of that, I thought, I asked I think one or two of you were like, yeah, do a vlog, why not? So here we are. This is going to be a slightly spoilery vlog of me reading Heartsong by S.E. Wendell. Still Into You by Erin Connor, who wrote one of my favorite debuts last year. So, and then A Crown of War and Shadows, which is J.R. Ward's romantasy debut. Not her debut, obviously. She wrote Black Dagger Brotherhood and has written a lot of other things, but I'm reading that as well. So it's going to be me reading these books, deciding what I think of them. Are any of them standout favorites? Are any of them DNFs? Who knows? We're gonna find out on this journey together. All right, now on to me reading these books, and I will be back to talk to you at the end. Last night, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have that Spotify credit every month that I do not take advantage of appropriately. I'll flat out tell you right now, I do not take advantage of that 15 hours, especially as someone who listens on 2.5 to 3 times speed. I should be using it more because that's a good bit of audiobooks. So I started Heartsong last night because I did really like it when I read the try chapter, which you've already gotten from me by the time you're watching this video. So I really enjoyed that first chapter. I was really intrigued, and I've continued, and I'm now, how far am I? I'm 16% through already. I felt like I flew through that 16% last night. I really didn't feel like I was trying very hard. I will tell you this, I did have to check this out on KU because with my color soft, I could not make the arc black and white. I couldn't put it in dark mode for sleep. And I like to read with dark mode at night especially. So I was not thrilled, but it's okay. It is okay. But yeah, so I did check it out and I'm really liking this. So basically, so far in the book, our heroine has been working at this museum that has these statues, this clan, as they call them, of gargoyle demon men statues. And she has to stay late one night to let this lady in to look at it, and something happens. There's this mist, these men break into the building, and lo and behold, her statue, she ends up clinging to his leg and he comes back to life. She calls him hers in his head, which is why I call him that. And they're actually Welsh warriors that were cursed by a fey queen. So he comes to life and flies off with her, and we are following that journey. She does have chronic migraines and chronic pain issues, so that's really interesting, and I'm actually enjoying that element a lot already because we've had to address it some. But yeah, so she gets swept away by him, and now they're at his house, and he's like, you can't do this, you can't go there, and she's like, okay, whatever, and he turns into a gargoyle again. So daylight hits and he's a statue again. The title is Heartsong because that is what their mating is called, is their heart songs have aligned. So that's very cute. I'm really liking it so far. I'm really excited to read more today after I finish another book. So I'll be back with more thoughts and opinions very soon on this one. I'm truly pumped for it. I love gargoyle romance. I also love more of that urban fantasy paranormal setting. So this is my cup of tea completely. I will talk to y'all soon. So I am 60% through Heartsong right now, and I'm really, really enjoying it. We've kind of had a bit of our fight situation. I'm assuming that was kind of the third act breakup of sorts. We're not really in the third act, but you know what I mean. But I really enjoyed Frey, our hero, and how he's taking care of our heroine during her migraines and different things, and done stuff to help her, and all this research. It's really, really sweet. I am waiting for more world plot though. That is my one critique right now. We've been very relationship heavy. I need a little more world plot to happen for this to really slot in perfectly for an urban paranormal fantasy situation, you know? So I'm hoping we get some world plot here next. We'll see what happens. I will report back when I have read some more. I'm actually probably going to audiobook it a little bit more here in a minute. And then, while I make a thumbnail and do some other stuff. But yeah, so I'm 60% and I will be done very soon. And I will give you my thoughts and feelings as I go here, probably another 20-ish%. Because I need more world building. So I'm hoping when I start the book again, that's where we're at again. Okay, I am 83% through Heartsong right now. I'm sold. I am sold. I need to read more from Essie Wendell, first of all. Like, I have got to read more from her. But Heartsong is scratching an itch. It feels so fun. It is very, very, in the best, most complimentary way, early, mid-2000s paranormal, but with a gargoyle monster instead of vampire or werewolf. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to that opinion. Oh, it is so good. We just had some big reveals. A lot is happening. I am in like the climax, the third act. There is no third act breakup here, so do keep that in mind. They do have like a tiff in the middle of the book over some stuff, which makes sense. But I'm about to lay down and honestly just listen to the end of this book until bedtime, because there's just I can't go to sleep until I finish it. Like, I have to finish it right now. Oh, this is so good. Oh my goodness. This is so good. Ignore my laundry basket. This is so good. I love this. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to keep reading. I might update you again tonight. I might update you in the morning. I don't know yet, but I got to go listen to the last like 30 minutes of this book now. I'll talk to you at some point because, I'm obsessed. I'm really, really liking this. If you can't tell, I'm so happy I read it. Editing and filming me here. I'm editing this clip about Heartsong and I was like, I never came back. I never came back and told y'all. Well, I'm obsessed. That's the first thing y'all need to know. I loved Heartsong. Truly, the way all of this wrapped up, the world building stuff, the setup for book 2, the fact that I now need to go read the prequel novella I didn't realize existed. I'm sold. This was absolutely fantastic and I absolutely adored it. I think this is one of those cases where it just made me realize, like, one, I need to read more of Essie Wendell's fantasy monster romances, but two, like, I miss the vibes of a early 2000s paranormal urban fantasy situation. I miss it. Desperately miss it, and I am just so freaking happy to be here and to be reading this and to be having a blast. Yeah, I gave it peas. I gave it easily like 5 stars, maybe 4.5, because I had like a few little qualms with it, but oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. I'm so glad I read it, and I'm so excited to read more from this author now. I do own a handful of books from them that I've gotten during free Kindle days, and I know other people that love their books, so I had a feeling I would enjoy this, but this hit in a way I did not expect it to, and yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed, so there's that. I'm just so happy I finally read it. Anyways, I'm gonna read Crown of War and Shadow next. I have updates because I've not updated you at all while I've read this book. Maybe once? I think once. I'm 36% into Crown of War and Shadow. I want to DNF this book. I am kind of bored. But I'm also like, don't want to DNF the book because I'm curious where it goes. Our heroine, is an outcast and is on the run with the Merc, who we call Merc. He's just so big. Oh my God. There was a chapter, maybe 2, where I just felt like every other paragraph, she was just like, he's such a big man. He's so big. And I was like, we get it. The mercenary is big. Yeah. But like every time I'm like, maybe I'm gonna DNF it, it kind of pulls me back in a little bit and I keep going. I feel like J.R. Ward's writing lends itself to romantasy because I felt like Black Dagger Brotherhood was faster paced, but some of the vibes here similar. I don't know how to explain it, and it also gives romantasy at the end of the day, in my opinion. So there's that. It's really interesting overall on that front. I am intrigued to say the least about the rest of it and like how it's been going. But yeah, I'm probably gonna finish it because I'm almost halfway now, and normally I would be an avid like just DNF the book, but I'm just like intrigued enough that I think I want to finish. Anyways, they're making their way to the Badlands, which is their agreed upon destination. There's been some jealousy. She's finally revealed her face to him, and like, she's got like stark white hair and weird eyes and all this stuff because of her. That's kind of what shunned her and her magic abilities, or out her magic abilities, I guess, with the way she looks. But yeah, there's moments where I'm like, okay, I kind of follow where we're going, and then I'm like, wait, what's happening? So there's that too. And I think that can be a downfall of romantasy sometimes. I think the tension and plot don't always align well, in my opinion. So there's that. I am enjoying it for the most part and having a fun time at least. So, but also bored. Like I keep rotating through all the feelings. So it's not great. Not great. It's not like a resounding, this is fantastic, but here we are. I'm gonna keep reading a little bit further. I'm gonna make it at least halfway, I think, before I decide what I want to do. Because I think about halfway, I'm still like, whatever. They also haven't boned yet, which I just assumed they were gonna have sex or like do more than kiss. Because that's all I've done is kiss so far, and that was at like 20%. I just thought we were gonna have a little more steam earlier in this book. And maybe that's me just making assumptions from other J.R. Ward books. But yeah, I'm kind of like, interesting. This is interesting that we're not there yet. But anyways, that's kind of the vibe check right now at 37%, 36%. I'm going to give it a little more, and I'll check back in with you soon. I'm going to listen to it while I do some like house tidying tasks. I figure what better way to spend some house tidy time than a romantasy. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all soon. Okay, I accidentally made it like 65% through Crown of War and Shadows. I keep wanting to add to the front of that book title. There's no there, so it's just Crown of War and Shadows. Okay, it took until like 60% for them to bang, first of all. So there's that. I'm a little surprised at how long that took. I'm a little surprised. But also, like, I think it's a 3.5 for me right now. I don't know. Like, something could happen here in the end and I'd be like, yeah. I don't think J.R. Ward writes a bad romantasy. This just isn't my brand of romantasy personally. Like, this isn't what I love to read. But I also feel like we haven't gotten enough info in the world for me to, like, make full determinations yet. So there's that. But I will be finishing it up today while I play Pocopia. It's fine. Pocopia. Yeah, whatever. However you say it. Yeah. It's interesting though. It sure has been interesting. I'm really excited to finish this because I really want to read the last arc I have for February, but obviously that's not happening yet. We'll see. All right, I'll be back to talk to y'all soon. I finished A Crown of War and Shadows. War and Shadow. Listen, the middle was the biggest slog of my life, but then the ending happened and I was like, what? So now I'm curious about book 2. I thought we were giving it up, but now I'm curious about book 2. Now I'm very, very curious about book 2. So I would likely request the arc or read it through KU. Here's what I want to say about this book. First of all, like 25 to 60% is a slog, okay? Like a slog. It is not great. The pacing is funky. Now, I feel like that happens a lot in first books and series, but this was like the meandering through this town and just them like getting to this town and then them in the town for way too long. But then we continue on and I'm like, oh, this is intriguing. I'm interested. And then the ending happened and you're like, wait, what? Wait, what? What do you mean? Which is what got me and has me most interested now in reading more. So I guess I'll read book 2 when that comes out. Maybe. We'll see. I'm not the best at continuing series, but I do think I liked the writing here more than I liked Black Dagger Brotherhood. Overall, like I think it had a little bit more enjoyment to it, but I also think that our story here was more interesting. Like at the end, like that part, like what came out of that was intriguing. Things that we didn't know were a why. We found out the why. So we had that little bit of a twisty ending, which I appreciate. I didn't see the full twist coming. So that was good. I was not surprised by one of the twists, but there was another twist that I was a little surprised by. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, I'm giving it like a 3.5, which, you know, earlier when I was reading it, I was like, should I DNF this? So the 3.5 is a win. I was truly concerned we were going to have a 2-star here on my hands, but we did not. We had a 3.5 because of the ending and that pulling through. But you got to be in the right mood to read this one for sure, is what I'm going to say. So proceed with caution. If you are interested in this one, it is in KU also. So like that's a pretty low commitment way if you have a subscription to try it. But yeah, I do feel that middle bit was painful. Now I gotta go read the book I'm most excited for. So I'll be back with updates very soon today, looking just like this probably, because I think I'm gonna finish that book today. Okay, listen, are you seeing me in the same thing like repeatedly in this video? Yes. That's what happens when I vlog and read a book though, right? So I have to update you because I unintentionally am 48% into Still Into You. We must discuss this book immediately. I'm watching a storm roll in, but I have to tell you about this book. So I've made it halfway through this book without trying, in a blink. I adored Unromance by Erin Connor. That was our debut last year, and it was so freaking good. And Still Into You has the potential for me to be a book that I DNF'd and hated. As someone who's married to a former musician, I know too much. I'm too well versed. So I didn't know what I would think. I also don't generally love a lead singer, but Still Into You is working so very well. It is a second chance romance between a journalist and a lead singer in a band, one of 2 lead singers. It is set in a hardcore scene / metal scene. And again, absolute recipe for me to hate this book. Okay. I need you to know that, an absolute recipe. Those are too many things I know too much about. Your girl went to a lot of shows, dated a lot of musicians, knows a lot of people who have done these sort of things. So I am primed to DNF or be annoyed. And I'm loving this. And I think part of the love of this is the fact that it's focusing pretty heavily on their interpersonal relationship between our 2 main characters. And it has been so good. Like, it has been so freaking good. I am absolutely loving it. I have flown through this half of the book, and I think the audio narration is great. I'm listening to it on my Spotify, taking advantage of those free hours, y'all. And I'm so happy I am. I have like under 2 hours left now, maybe. I'm under 2 hours now, so I will likely be playing Pokopia and listening to this evening. So there's that. There is that. But yeah, I'm really loving it. So our heroine is like finding her footing again after being taken advantage of by another journalist who took her under his wing to like help him, to help her make connections at the Rolling Stone. The journalism stuff, very like not realistic probably, but it's been very fascinating nonetheless. I also will say I appreciate that the band is Midwest, because the hardcore scene started very heavily in the Midwest, and I just think that like adds a little nugget of like fun to it, in my opinion. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Like, I'm so excited to read more of this book. So I'm gonna do just that, and I will be back to talk to y'all soon, because it's raining now, so like that just feels like cozy book weather to me. So I'll be back to talk to y'all soon. I should check in around 75%, I think. Oh, hi. Okay, so I finished a book. Of course I did. I finished Still Into You last night while Grumps did a little bit of work, and I did not update you because as soon as he was done, we started watching some TV, and I've got a Millie here who is dying for me to sit in the recliner with her. Yes, she is. She's dying for it. But I have to talk to you about this book and close out this vlog because I did it. I finished. By the skin of my teeth, I finished. I like scooted myself to that finish line. But I knew I could finish Still Into You because I could not stop listening to it. Like, I was cooking dinner, Grumps called, and I was like, oh, I have to stop listening to my book. So that's a testament to you, to how into this book I was. I know y'all hear her. She is on me now. Anyways, that's a testament to how much I loved this book. We'll sit together in a minute. I promise. She's very deprived, y'all know. Oh, that's my kneecap. Okay. Anyways. Come sit in the middle of my legs. There you go. So, yeah, I finished Still Into You. I actually really liked the third act situation. I wouldn't call it a breakup. I thought overall, like, the outing of who was like leaking info was good. I thought the just entire setup and our heroine figuring out like she can trust people after the trauma of her mom leaving her and her brothers. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I really did enjoy this book a lot. It is a 6-star favorite, just like Unromance, which is why I was willing to give a shot to tropes I don't love, because I don't love celebrity either, and I loved Unromance. So I don't know what it is in Erin Connor's writing, but I'm locked in and I'm loving it and obsessed. I cannot wait for whatever else comes out by this author. So yeah, 6-star favorite. I was teary-eyed by the end. Like, I was just like, this is so good. So there's that. If you like a rock star romance, I think you are primed to love this. And the second chance element made a lot of sense because like they were young when they first met on this tour, and that definitely plays heavily into it. Sorry, I'm drumming on Millie. Anyways, yeah, so 6-star favorite. And you know, with that, we're done with this vlog. I was gonna do a try chapter. I tossed the idea around. I ran out of time. The reading brain wanted to read everything but what I needed to read. So obviously we are going on a little reading whatever the hell you want to read journey next. In the next vlog you get probably where I read, because oh my god, my brain is like assigned reading. Absolutely not right now. So we're gonna let her live her best life for a minute before I have more assigned reading. It's not literally assigned, like I choose to do this, it's fine. And this is also why I don't do a ton of books. I need to know, because my brain will be like, you're not reading all that. Stop bonking your head. If only y'all could see me. I am like split-legged, like my legs are as wide as I can get them, and she is under the table, under the coffee table. But anyways, yeah, I finished all these. I'd love to know if there were any new February releases that you were excited for and have read or are going to be reading and enjoyed. Again, I know it's March. It's fine. We made it. If you don't want to do any of that, you can leave me a snoozing emoji, because I know she's not asleep, but it sounds like she's sleeping. And I hope the mic is picking it up, because my god, this is a lot. This is a lot of dramatics, ma'am. So yeah, I hope the mic is picking it up a little bit, to be honest with you. But yeah, you can do that down below. I'll have links to these books for you, links to my friend anywhere on the internet, and I will see y'all in just a few days in my next video. Bye.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what we waited for.